What's up, y'all, and welcome back to the Dark Souls 2 walkthrough. I am Marcus, also known as ENB. Welcome back to Drang Lake. We are just outside of Cardinal Tower. We've come down this side. We defeated the Ballista Room traps and stole some awesome treasures out of there, and now we're going to talk to Pate.
Hello there. Traveling all alone in these treacherous times. Well, I hope you have a very good reason. Oh, hogwash. Who am I to judge? My name is Pate. I journey hither and thither on a sort of treasure hunt, you might call it. Be careful out there. There's talk of unsavory bandits who prey upon travelers like yourself.
Well, Pate, that's a very friendly warning. I guess I'm just gonna go over... Well, let me talk to you a little more.
Oh yes, you be cautious if you go any farther.
What? Why?
There's treasure in there for certain, but the entrance locks from behind.
Eh? How do you know that?
I saw the same design earlier, and it's the same contraption, I'm sure.
Wow.
I was with this warrior, you see, and he insisted that he go inside first.
Really?
The rather brusque fellow tried to swipe the loot for himself, but it trapped him inside.
What happened to him?
I still have the gent's ring. I do hope he wasn't harmed.
You didn't let him out?
I'll leave this one to you. I'm worried about what might be inside.
And that is mild-mannered Pate. Pate. It's not Patches. Okay? It's Pate. Let's go in here. Whoa, let's not go in there. Oh, shit. And you're dead. Should be one more. Yeah, he's gonna chill over here. If we go about this far, the door will lock behind us. And you're dead. There is a rather sizable ambush waiting for us in here, so do be careful. You don't want to end up messed up. Hopefully I don't end up messed up. Come on. You can always go back out the door. Bam! Oh shit, that was close. There we go. Easy way to handle that. The ambush is not over yet though. There's still more waiting up ahead. Aromatic ooze! Sticky white stuff returns. For those of you who are on PC or Xbox, and wow, that sucked. Who don't know, oh, I forgot he won't come over here. Here we go. Bash and die. And haven't played Demon Souls, sticky white stuff is, oh, magic weapon buff from Demon Souls, and that's what that reference is all about. Aromatic ooze in this game does the same thing. Where are you, my ooze? There it is. A mysterious sticky substance that radiates a pale white light. Applies magic effect to right-hand weapon. The affected weapon inflicts magic damage for a short time, particularly effective against heavily armored foes or creatures with thick scales. It does give you a pretty nice boost to your damage, so anytime you're fighting an enemy that you're having a lot of trouble with, particularly bosses, you might want to try either an aromatic ooze or maybe a gold pine resin. There are other types of resins as well. There's a dark pine resin. Yeah, so you can try that. All right, we're gonna hop right back down here. And now when we talk to Pate again, he's gonna congratulate us and give us our reward. But do note that even if you die in there and you respawn at the bonfire and you come and talk to him, or if you use a homeward bone or dark sign or whatever to escape and then you come and talk to him, he'll still do it. So it doesn't actually matter if you live or die. Like, you don't have to successfully navigate that trap, although, you know, of course, try to. But just don't fret too much over it because he's going to give you the reward either way.
Well, I see you managed to escape. I hope that brave warrior didn't come a cropper either.
Come a cropper.
Be careful out there. There's talk of unsavory bandits who prey upon travelers like yourself. Oh, but you should take this. It allows undead to call out for help to one another across the fissures between worlds. With luck, somebody will lend you a hand.
Well, that's mighty helpful of you there, Pate. That's very, very helpful, Pate. Mild-mannered Pate. Okay. This is the way to proceed with the level. We are gonna quickly run over here and take out this ambush. Oh, wow. I didn't do as much damage to him as I thought I did. And there's an interesting little thing right here. Note this tree looks kind of humanoid, almost like a giant. It couldn't... Melentia couldn't possibly be telling the truth about the giants turning into trees, could she? Alas, nothing happened. I'm sure she's just a crazy old woman. Here's a ladder. I love Melentia, man. Now we are on the other side of this broken out place. That's where the ambush area was over there. Now we're over here. And we're about to pick up something rather useful. Light crossbow. Alright. This is why I suggested that you pick up the wood bolts earlier, because we can put these to use here. The light crossbow, it requires 13 strength and 4 dex, but don't worry, even if you don't have the strength, like we've currently got 11 strength, we can hold it in 2 hands and still use it normally. So, what did I say it required? 13? Is that right? Yeah, 13. So as long as you have at least 7 strength, you can hold it in 2 hands and use it. Try holding with both hands. Alright, now, I'm going to aim. You can do critical hits and do extra damage and stagger them with headshots, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want him to fall down, because he can throw firebombs, and down below the place where he's located right now are exploding barrels. So he can just die right there. Shot you in the dick. That was actually more like the leg, but that was getting closer. One really cool thing about crossbows, and bows in general, is that you can equip, of course, just like in Dark Souls 1, you can equip... Wait, could you do that in Dark Souls 1? I can't even remember anymore. You can equip 2 different types of ammo. Arrows 1, arrows 2, bolts 1, bolts 2. And when you press the normal attack button, you'll shoot the first one, and when you push the strong attack button, you'll shoot the second one. So you can actually have 2 different types. Really, really cool. Damn, I can't even remember if you can do that right now. I'm completely blanking. Alright, I always miss this jump. Ooh, I made it that time. That's like a miracle. Just a torch and a soul the name of soldier. Down below is a butthole enemy type, man. Where are you? Where? Oh, whatever. This guy. When they start blocking, don't attack them. They can parry. They will parry you. You can bash them though. But yeah, that type of enemy can parry you, and if they parry you, you're gonna fall down. Hollow Soldier Gauntlets. And if you fall down, they can attack you, but any other enemies in the area also can attack you. So it can be really bad. Oh, 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 it's an iron lock box. It must be good. It must be good. It must be wonderful treasure inside this iron lock. Mailbreaker and an infantry helm. Mailbreaker. The Mailbreaker does actually have a special effect, though. Effect, shield piercing, strong attack. So if you use a strong attack, it will pierce through shields. Now, when I say pierce through, I mean it will damage the enemy on the other side. It doesn't like break the shield or anything. But as of right now, patch 1.0, it's an extremely weak amount of damage that gets through for shield piercing effects. I really, if they do rebalance things, I expect them to change it, but for now it's fairly useless. The Mailbreaker has limited reach, but a powerful critical attack, effective against foes donning thick armor or with naturally hard skin. It does do thrusting type attacks, so there's that. And 140 counter strength, but then again, its base attack power is so low. So low. I don't have the dex for it right now. It takes 12 dex to use. Huh. I like that. That first one is like... Alright. Anyway, we did that. We did that whole thing. I'm going to stop using this fire elemental weapon. I'm going to go back to using the broadsword just for a short bit. I'm going to fall down here on this wagon so that I don't take so much fall damage. And this is an old ironclad. Notice I did 61 the first time and then 87 that time with my strong attacks. I'm now going to show you normal I forgot to get out of the way. I was talking. I'm now going to show you what normal attacks. Stop that. Stop it. Do your normal swing. Oh, come on. Do your normal swing for me, please. Alright, be a jerk. Do your normal swing. Or whatever. Normal attack. 51. $72. Why won't he do his normal swing? What the hell? He is stuck in a loop, man. But the difference between the damages that I was doing... Will you stop that? Wow, that is incredible. I've never seen him get stuck quite that bad. They have other moves. He just wasn't doing any of them. The difference in damages was, once again, the direct hit system. I don't know if I've explained that in this playthrough yet. In Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1, axes, hammers, weapons like that had something called the direct hit system, where if you hit with the, for example, if you're using an axe, and I'll just pull out an axe so I can show you what I'm trying to say. If you have an axe, if you hit from the proper distance so that the blade strikes the enemy, you would do good damage. But if you were too close and the handle was the part that would hit the enemy, then you would do a lot less damage, and that was called the direct hit system. They had a sweet spot in your hits. And also, if you hit from the side, like I hit that wall there as the swing is starting up, or at the very end of a swing like that, you would do less damage. Whereas if you hit them directly with the middle part of the swing, when the weapon's moving at its fastest speed, you would do good damage. That was the direct hit system from Dark Souls and Demon Souls, basically, in a nutshell. That's been expanded in Dark Souls 2. It now affects pretty much every weapon type. So if I hit with just the very tip of a sword with a slash like that, it's not going to do as much damage as it would if I had gotten closer and hit with the middle part of the blade. So if you're noticing your damage vary a lot depending on your distance, that's what that's all about. And you need to figure out the best distance for your chosen weapon type. That was a jumping attack, forward plus strong attack. Whoa, crap. Which on PlayStation 2, once again, or not PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 is the R2 button. Or you can just block, let him rebound, and then combo him out. That works too. Alright, this... Once again, if it ain't dead, it's probably gonna stand up. Ambush. Ambush. Ambush defeated. Amber Herb. Hell yes, they're throwing that shit at me, man. Alright, you can go up there and grab that treasure that's behind him. I don't recommend fighting him up there, because directly above us on the floor above us, there is another enemy, and after the enemy that we're looking at right now, after he aggroes on us, the enemy that's up above waits a couple seconds and then drops down. So you can get yourself ambushed while you're picking up the treasure, or ambushed while you're fighting him on that narrow space. One's attacking from the front, one's attacking from behind. It's really not the sort of situation you want to be in unless you're into that sort of thing. So I recommend attacking him from range and pulling him out here. This guy will then show up far too late to help his friend. And you can just do that and everything is cool. And I love this. Man, I love this. I love the halberd. I love the area where you get the halberd. I love all of this. And by the way, the other day I said that was the rising sun. I was full of shit. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. This is West Coast. This is not on the East Coast of the continent. And for those of y'all who haven't made that connection, this is on the West Coast, which means the sea is to the west, which means the sun is to the west. For the sun to be at that location in the sky and be in the west, it needs to be setting. So, yeah, I'm just dumb. That's all that comes down to. There's another locked door over here that requires the soldier's key. We'll get that fairly soon. We don't have it just yet. I just explained the direct damage system, and we just picked up the halberd, and that's pretty good timing for that, because this halberd is really, really good. It's got the 175 base damage. Ignore the minus 107. That's just because I don't meet the stats. But it's got 175 base damage. It's true that it requires 20 and 14. It's got D scaling here and C scaling here. But that base damage combined with its reach and its moveset, the halberd is a very good weapon. I'll show you this moveset. It's a little bit slow right now because I don't have the strength for it. But you've got, those are your normal attacks. Your strong attacks are like this. If you two-hand it, you get these moves. And the two-handed strong attack, like this. The back step attack, or the wild dashing, it's like this. And your roll attack. But one of the incredible things, like this weapon already has really good damage. It's got really good stats. But on top of that, you can use it like a spear. You can block while attacking and do thrusting attacks to get counters and stuff like that. It's insane. The halberd is really good. Now, the downside to the halberd, you have to hit with the blade. You have got to hit with the blade, or you're not going to do full damage. You have to keep your distance. So if you're at the right distance to hit with the blade properly, you're going to do really good damage. But if you get too close, if you're in the enemy's face, you're going to do piss poor damage. I like that weapon a lot, but it does require a bit more skill to use. You have to watch your spacing very carefully. Highly suggested weapon, but if you're not skilled, if you don't have a lot of confidence in your ability to keep the correct spacing from the enemy, then I don't recommend it. Now, I'm probably going to miss out on this Crystal Lizard this time. We'll get him next time. I just don't have a weapon that has the moveset that I really want to get him. Oh, I got him once. Can I get him again? Oh no! I knew it. I knew it. Every fucking time. Every time, man. And you notice I was attacking unlocked on there so that I could aim my thrust, because locking onto him and thrusting at him normally does not do the job for me. We get a large leather shield and a life gem. That particular lizard, he's going to give you some Titanite shards. He might give you a large shard if you're lucky. Ah, well. We'll get him next time, I promise. Here we have fire arrows. This is the way to the boss, but before we go down there, let's just open up this shortcut. And you definitely recognize this location. We are back to where we can go back to Cardinal Tower. which we should do, and rest at the bonfire to get our Estus flasks back. That halberd's really good, y'all. It really is. I know I'm going on and on about it. Halberd class weapons were really good in Dark Souls as well. And in Dark Souls, they weren't really as balanced because the direct hit system didn't hit them so hard. But this time around, they actually do require considerable amount of skill to use properly. And if it's PvE, it's not as big a deal, but in PvP where another player is going to be moving around and not really just standing still and letting you hit them, yeah, I anticipate that halberd will be a little bit more difficult to use. But still really powerful with good reach and a good moveset, so. 311, do 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 do. Beautiful disaster. Flying down the street again. That was a crazy jump right there. One second, I gotta do that again. Alright, I'm sorry. I'm dumb, I'm easily amused. We're gonna go down through the fire pits here where all these flame salamanders are at. If you kill all the flame salamanders, the fire will stop. They're actually causing those flame jets to shoot up like that. And here we are at the first boss. Another one of these dudes. Gonna let him attack and rebound and then punish him there. This requires the iron key, which we get much later. Alright. We have a summon available for this boss. This is Mild-Mannered Pate. Honestly, the boss is much easier without the summon. Pate really just kind of confuses the issue, but we kind of want to use him because we can get a reward from him later. But first, let's just go in here and take a look at the boss and see how we can beat him without Pate. Alright, this boss, he'll stomp you if you're near his feet. You just want to get distance from him and make him come to you. And then run forward or roll forward. Get behind him, hit his foot, roll away. If you stay nearby, he can stomp more than once and he kind of adjusts his aim as he does so be careful about that. But you can two-hand your weapon for more damage. Oh, the jump back is the most dangerous thing that he can do because it changes the spacing. Come towards me. Stomp. And if you stay near, he does that and that. Once he starts doing the multi-stomp, he usually does 3. You honestly don't even have to roll for that most of the time. You can just kind of walk forward towards him. This is a really, really easy boss, as you can tell. He does have an attack that will cause him to fall down, and we need to be careful not to get caught by that. Once you get him down to about half life, he's going to rip off his own arm. This is A, chance to get damage, but B, it increases his range, so you want to be mindful of that. But his basic moves don't really change very much. And the jump back, that's fine. I got to be careful not to kill him here. So you can just hit him at your leisure. He's gonna jump back, fine. Alright, after I dodge this next one, I'm gonna quit and we're gonna go get Pate. Alright, here we go. Be right back. Alright, here we go. Come on, Pate. Summoning a phantom. Also note that when you quit in the middle of a boss fight, it just puts you outside of the boss fight. The boss's health will be reset. You will not get back any consumables that you've used, of course. When you quit most places, when you just quit from the menu, you just reappear right where you were, and the enemies also have their location saved, so be careful about that. But if you quit in a boss room, they put you outside the boss room. No cheating your way. No cheating! Once again, we are summoning mild-mannered Pate here as a part of his quest, basically. He's not going to help us very much. Oh, wow. I got clipped by that. That sucked. The fall down attack has really good range. It covers an area that he normally doesn't he's not normally able to hit, but as you can tell, he leaves himself wide open if you manage to avoid it. See, Pate makes him a lot less predictable, actually. And not just Pate. I'm guess having a summon available, or having a summon in the fight, another target, is what makes him so friggin' unpredictable. I hate it. You see Pate, I guess he's throwing dung pies. And 3, 1, 2, and 3. Alright, there goes his arm. And get back. Pate, no. Ooh. Don't piss him off, Pate. Actually, yeah, look at me. Don't look at Pate. Look at me. Come on. There we go. That a boy. That a boy. Pate getting stomped on is the #1 way that he dies. Oh no. Woo! I almost pulled a Pate. Don't stomp on Pate. Come after me. Come after me. Atta boy. I don't think I need to keep Pate alive, but I like to keep Pate alive. One more. Oh, Pate. No. Well, I guess we'll find out once and for all whether or not Pate needs to survive that. Soldier key. Woo. Awesome environment. Awesome environment. Alright, what do we got? We got trophy. Last Giant. And we got Soul of the Last Giant. Soul of the surviving giant who was bound below the forest of the giants. Many seasons had come and gone, and the giant prepared for his final rest. But his soul remained magnificent, testimony to his former strength. Use the special Soul of the Last Giant to acquire numerous souls or to create something of great worth. Woohoo! We also got Soldier's Key, which will allow us to open a lot of the doors in the fort. Not this door! I don't know why. They're going to give us a key right here, but they're not going to let us open. They put a locked door right next to it that the key doesn't open. Just trolling us here. Trolling us. That's the normal path into the Flame Salamander area, by the way. Not the AGS way of just jumping off. Oh, and I forgot to mention, actually, the AGS way is to jump down on that corner of the room. My way is to weaken it with ranged attacks like throwing knives or bolts or whatever, and then do a plunging attack onto its head. You can actually get the special plunging attack animation against that enemy, those flame salamanders, but it's also really risky and you might almost die. So definitely AGS's way is better, per se. Let me run up here. This is a really cool item. We can open this with a soldier's key now. We can get to this chest. Ring of Restoration. This thing is really good early in the game. Now, it does weigh one whole unit, 1.0 down there. but it gradually restores your HP. It says it's fragile and it breaks easily, but it doesn't take damage from just healing you. It only takes damage when you have it equipped, and if it's broken, you can repair it. You can repair it just like you can all other equipment. So, yeah. Produce the symbol of the king. This is a late game area. You remember the item that I told you that I couldn't jump to? It's actually behind this door. It's not even an important item if I remember correctly, but that is an area we cannot get to without the symbol of the king. Oh, one more thing about this Ring of Restoration. A protective ring passed down in House Osteria. I don't know what it is about me, but when I first read that name Osteria sounded so familiar, and I finally figured out what it was, is because it almost sounds like a mixture of Boletaria, and Ostrava. Ostrava of Boletaria from Demon Souls. And I was like, Osteria, it's like they just put the two together, but I don't know, it's nothing. It's just something that bugged me when I first read the name. I was like, that sounds really familiar, and that's why it sounded familiar. I was talking with Franz about that, and he was like, oh yeah, that is why that sounds like that. So here we got some old ironclads. That's one of those moves that I told you that they have that he wouldn't do. And now he's only doing it, which is fine with me. Once again, notice the differences in damage is 131 if I do it from over here. Well, I still got the 131, but you also have direct damage hits on your thrusting attacks, so mind your ranges. And I know somebody's going to point out it could be counter hits. Could be, but I don't think it is in this case. And we'll talk more about that later. 119. See, 131. There. I wanted to make sure and get that 131 when he wasn't in an attack animation, so nobody would call counter hit on that. There you go. Had to take a hit to do it, but in the name of science. That drains your stamina a little bit, but it's not an automatic guard break. It doesn't take off much damage, and it looks like I could poise through it. No, I couldn't. But I could recover in time just to mash him to death. I shouldn't be taking these hits, though, because this next stretch can be a little bit nasty. There's an ironclad to our left that occasionally glitches his way behind me, and that would be very unfortunate if he does that in this situation. There's also an archer over there. There we go. Did he get behind me? Yes, he did. Yes, he fucking did. Gotta be careful if you gotta take that guy out quick if you're gonna do it that way. Oh no. That was close. Keep those life gems. You notice I've stocked up quite a few life gems. I haven't been using them at all. Just save those. Axe guys like to jump. Knife guys like to flurry. I have to tell you, I am a true bastard sword user. This sword. I like the bastard sword. It's not, it's probably not the weapon you're gonna want to use end game. There's gonna be some better stuff that you can get, but oh, how I love the moveset. Oh, how I love the moveset. This roof can be nasty, depending on what these guys decide to do. No! Whew! Got stuck on a barrel. I had to do a barrel roll. Oh shit. Oh no. Woo, that was close. Alright, fire longswords at risk. Let's swap it. It's been a while since I rested at a bonfire, so it's about to break. Something to note, their attacks will launch you into the air. And And if you get hit right here, you can actually get yourself out of bounds. I'm not telling you it's a good idea, but you can do it if you want to. That's just... The fact that I'm not demonstrating it should let you know that it's not necessarily something you really want to do. I guess I should also note that if you try to backstab these guys, they can just fall backwards on you. I don't really want to demonstrate it because I don't want to get falled backwards on. Ooh, I didn't think I was going to get my stamina back in time. I love those old ironclads, man. Cracked red eye orbs, in case you are still looking to invade to get your token of spite so that you can join up. Actually, I'm starting to wonder, maybe that old ironclad didn't glitch his way to me. Maybe that's just... How did he get there? This is a different one, right? I don't know. I do know that in earlier builds, the old ironclad that starts where that one is now was actually able to get his way past that rock that's supposed to obstruct the way, but it didn't work very well. Bad rock. Bad. Whatever. It doesn't matter. The effect is the same. Whee! But going through this building basically lets you get through without having to deal with that archer's nonsense. And I guess he just fell to his death. Yep, looks like he did. Of course, you can run along the cliffside or even jump across over there, but... Yeah. That's the move I like to see. Just easier to punish. Because it doesn't shake the ground and slow you down. Let me see if I can bait him to sitting without getting myself killed. Do I actually have to hit him? Do I have to go for a backstab back? Oh shit! I should stop fucking around and just kill this guy. And yet I continue to fuck around. Damn him. I almost got myself fucked up. Alright. Old ironclad leggings. Hell yeah, we finally got the lore for that. Old leggings worn by ironclad soldiers provides high defense but extremely heavy. One day, warriors wearing decrepit armor emerged from Drangleic Castle and quietly assumed positions amongst the royal army. Not one of them ever spoke a word or revealed the face under the mask. We'll find out more about those guys as we proceed through the game. Amber herb and green blossoms. And here we go. Up here we get another armor set. I believe it's the hunter's set, the leather set, if I recall correctly. I could be wrong. Oh, but I'm not. Hunter's hat with the leather armor. And a large soul of a proud knight. Sweet. We'll go there in just a second. Where did that other old ironclad go? Did he fall off while I wasn't paying attention? Or is he the one that ran around? A giant rests in peace. Now, if I recall correctly, I may have them mixed up, but I believe that this is the giant that... Let me rephrase this. There is a giant in this forest that if you are invaded, each time you're invaded, it has a chance to produce a seed of the fruit of the, or a seed of the tree of the giants. And what those seeds of the trees of the giants do is cause enemies in your world to react to invaders. So if you're invaded and you use it, the enemies will also react to the invaders, not just you. So that's a useful way to help take out some of their advantage. And we got an awesome bonfire right here. Love it, man. Let's see, we got the Ring of Restoration, we got the Bastard Sword. Let's go back to Majula. And very quickly here, I'm going to... Let's see, my bastard sword requires 2011. So...
Seek lest this...
Yeah, okay, whatever. Level up. 1 dex. And perfect. Just enough. How about that? Couldn't have planned it any better. Couldn't have been any better if I had planned it. I actually was just lucky right there. We don't have any shards, right? You do not have. Alright, great. So now we have a bastard sword. You'll notice that the bastard sword, great sword class weapon, has lower damage than the halberd, but it's easier to use. So that's just something that you're gonna have to figure out. I do like this moveset. I like this strong attack right here. It's good after you block and they rebound, and then you just chop them down. Really useful. The swings are fairly quick when you two-hand it. That's strong attack. Normals. Oh, wow, I didn't have enough stamina. Backstep or while dashing, and the roll is a sweep, but if you do one-handed, it's a thrust. So that, you'll notice it's listed as / thrust, like this. The thrust is just this as far as I know. Alright, now we've got a weapon that I want to use, so let's power this bitch up. Yep, flirtatious vagabonds. Sorry I went through his dialogue kind of quick there, but I want to reinforce my weapon. So here we go. It takes 1 Titanite shard for the first level, 2 for the next level. Oh, we're out of souls. Hold on.
I'll be around if you make it back.
I will make it back, I promise. Inventory. Now, in Dark Souls 2, you can use stacks of these at a time. It's much more useful, much more convenient. Very pleased about this. Very pleased about this. Now I want to see a man about a sword, not buy, reinforce. So we are now up to 168 using just Titanite that we found. We could go back and get that crystal lizard to get some more, but note that he does sell 10. He sells 10 of them. We're gonna buy 3 right now, which is how much we need to get our weapon reinforced. Reinforced to +3. Now it's gonna take a large shard to go to +4, which we picked that one up from the chest earlier, so bam. We now have a +4 weapon. That's really cool. We could reinforce this shield a bit, but we're gonna pick something up better soon, so I'm not gonna do that. Now, if you're gonna raise your strength up a little bit more, then we're gonna pick something up better. But if 10 is the most strength you're ever gonna have, you might wanna go ahead and reinforce this a little bit. Reinforcing armor is also actually fairly helpful. Hold on, let me get a chest piece here. You see this going from 65 to 71, 74 to 81, just from 1 shard. It's really not bad. Reinforcing armor is actually a pretty decent idea if you're wanting to farm up some souls and looking for something to do with them. Alright, I should be wearing my item find hat. I don't know why I'm not. Alright, let's see. You'll notice that Malentia has now moved here.
You again? Go on. It's on the cheap for you.
Still selling the same stuff, but life gems are now infinite. So that's important to note. I am going to buy... I'm going to buy 10 of these. I like to keep some throwing knives around.
Thank you, kind.
Actually, have I spent enough with you yet to get the...
Everyone's so stingy around here. Everyone's so stingy everywhere. You're my only customer. Don't make me beg. Now buy something. Lonely times these are.
Yeah. Alright, she will give you a gift if you buy enough stuff from her. We'll get it later. For now, I'm debating with myself. I need to cut this episode right here. No, I don't. No, I don't. We're gonna go into this. We're gonna go and do Kale's house over here. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm trying not to run these episodes too long or they'll take too long to upload. Used house key. Run in here. Another Pharaoh's Lockstone, really useful to pick up a free one. That is a large book, almost large enough for a large white dragon to read, if you can see. And up here, we can get, I believe this is some more Titanite for us. Indeed it is, 3 of them. Actually, if I had come in here first, I would have been able to upgrade that weapon all the way without having to buy any off of Lenegrast. Oh well. This is the map room. This fire right here is only lit because of us beating the last giant. That's why that fire is lit. It would not be there otherwise if we come here before we beat the giant. So Majula should be west coast, I guess, around this area. And then we went north to get to the fort. Yeah, as we beat bosses around the land, more flames are going to light up, so we can keep track of where we are and what we've been doing. And after you get the bonfire intensities high enough, those flames actually change color. What I mean by bonfire intensity is if you use a bonfire ascetic or things like that, you will raise the difficulty in the area, and that's kept track of as a bonfire intensity stat. I'll show that next time we go to a bonfire. First, let's deal with this dude. Let him attack and rebound, because he does have a parry stance. When he dies, you're going to get a human effigy out of it, which is sweet. You're also going to get an Estus Flask Shard, which is sweet. And you're also going to get this Soul Vessel. This will allow you to respec your character. It is a consumable item that does it. Now, you can't just use it like this, but a vessel that will accept your souls. It can allow reallocation of levels, but without proper assistance, it may simply drain you of souls. If you truly wish to start again, go to the place where your journey began. So if you go back to the Firekeeper's hut and things betwixt, you can talk to one of the Firekeepers there, and she will allow you to reallocate your levels at the cost of a soul vessel, and the vessel will be gone after you use it, so be careful. Oh, my stomach's growling. Alright. Let's turn in this Estus Flash Shard to the Emerald Herald.
Is that a shot? Here, to see luck, however fate.
Alright, woman. Do it. Do it. And we can level up also. Level up. I want endurance. You notice when I go up to 9, I'm getting extra natural poise each point up till 9, but when I get 10, I don't get any. That's because I've gone over the amount of adaptability that I have. So I'm gonna go ahead and raise my endurance up to 10 just for the stamina, and I will probably raise my adaptability later. Alright, there's one more place we can go in the Forest of Fallen Giants. Note, Malentia's not here anymore. She's chilling in Majula, which is cool. Kale will also actually be there now that we've beat the boss here. One shot. Now that we've beat the boss here and killed the skeleton that's in the house. Hollow Soldier armor, whoop-de-doo. This weapon will actually do us a little bit better on this crystal lizard, so. Target him, run up. Strong attack. One shot. And we get 2 Titanite shards out of it. Woo! Love my bastard sword, man. Love my bastard sword. Makes a huge difference, doesn't it? You guys remember this door from earlier. We can open it now that we've got the soldier's key. I love my bastard. Alright. This puts us to the next boss. This is the Pursuer's boss fog. He is a little bit tougher than the giant, but still not really that bad. Ooh, I knew it! I knew I could do it. I was looking at it a second ago feeling like, I bet I can make that jump. How about that? Worthless, but cool. Alright, I will catch you guys next time. We will start with the boss fight. Later, y'all.